With the recent manga cards Dokkan released, it got me thinking, what if them being summonable was just a test to see if those types of cards would sell, and if they could actually do more of those in the future? What if we could have Hakai Goku, Moro, Black Frieza, or even Ultra Ego Vegeta in Dokkan? Like, how insane would that be? So let's look at all of the insane manga cards we could potentially see in Dokkan. Obviously, if you haven't read the manga, there are going to be a lot of spoilers in this video, so if you don't want to get spoiled, go read it right now. The Moro and Granolah arcs are probably the best arcs from Super. Even the Zamasu arc was, in my opinion, done better in the manga. But yeah, now that you've been warned, let's start with the cool manga cards we could get from the Zamasu arc. Kai outfit Trunks. This could easily be a free-to-play unit, or even a banner unit. Like, you can't tell me he doesn't look cool in that outfit. He wears it just as well as Ultimate Gohan. Then we could have Super Saiyan 2 Trunks from his flashback when he fought Dabura and Babidi. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure the manga showed a lot more of that fight than the anime, so this could actually be a pretty cool free-to-play or banner unit. Super Saiyan Goku Black. This could honestly easily be a Dokkan Fest unit. He could even be a transforming unit, where he goes from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan Rose. Like, bro, I don't know what it is with Goku Black, but I genuinely think he looks better as a regular Super Saiyan than Super Saiyan Rose. And it would also give us a new named Goku Black, which is obviously very good. Super Saiyan God Vegeta from that arc could actually also work as a Dokkan Fest unit, because if you don't know or don't remember, that Vegeta briefly turns into his blue form every time he connects an attack. So this could be the only Super Saiyan God Vegeta in the game to be on both the Mastered Evolution and Future Saga categories. So actually a pretty good addition to those categories, as he would literally be a new named character directly buffing those categories. Perfected Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I literally forgot this was a thing in the manga, and I would assume that this would be a new named card in Dokkan, and what's even crazier is that this Goku could have a Hakai active skill attack, where you just delete the enemy if you meet certain conditions. Like, how cool would that be? Probably won't happen since it would be too OP, but what if he can only delete Zamasu enemies, and the active skill can only be used starting from a 10 turn from the start of battle, or like a crazy condition like that? I think it could be actually pretty interesting, even just as a regular active skill attack. Like a Hakai perfected Blue Goku would sell. This could easily be like a monthly Dokkan Fest TUR, easily. Shirtless merge Zamasu. Unlike Super Saiyan Goku Black, this wouldn't be a new named character, but it would still be cool to have, with like a multiple Zamasu active skill, domain, or revive. But honestly, it doesn't even have to be a card. I'd take it as a background. Like, I don't know, Shirtless merge Zamasu just has like that aura to him. Now, moving on to the Moro Arc, where things start to get a little bit more interesting. Obviously, the first card that comes to mind is Moro himself. Just imagine a Moro Dokkan Fest unit with an active skill transformation, where his full magic is restored. That would just be insane. His super attack could even introduce a new mechanic, where he does a percentage max health damage to the enemy. For example, when an enemy is hit by one of his super attacks, the enemy not only takes the damage from the super attack, but also loses like 5% of their max health, meaning that they'll die no matter what from 20 of Moro's super attacks. This could be a pretty interesting mechanic, but obviously they would have to be very careful with the numbers to not make it absolutely broken. But if he doesn't have like any built-in additionals, I think 10% could be fair. Now, this is probably a big reach. Well, honestly, this whole video is a reach, but but what if we get a Blue Goku guard that instead of transforming each round, actually de-transforms? Like, it could go from Blue to God to Super Saiyan 3 and then exchange into Moro. I know that the links to that card would be absolutely horrendous, but if Moro has some sort of key support or is just extremely self-sufficient, I think this card could be pretty interesting and pretty hype. Like, bro, they managed to make a Golden Frieza and Gogeta exchange card work. Anything is possible at this point. 7-3 could be such an interesting card in Dokkan. He literally could have a mechanic where when he gets hit by a super attack, he dodges it and copies it, and then you could launch it back whenever you want via an active skill. But he can only have one super attack saved at a time to mimic his stealing ability. He could even gain permanent buffs when facing specific types of enemies. So for example, once you face a Namekian enemy, you restore health at the start of turn for the rest of battle. He could genuinely be insane in events where you face multiple different types of enemies, like the Dragon Ball History event for example. Even though it's just a base form Vegeta, I think Yardrat outfit Vegeta could genuinely be a Dokkan Fest card. I would without a doubt summon for him. The Yarjat outfit just looks so cool on him, and he fought in that form, so it's not like there's nothing to pull from. Like, they could do a lot with him. Like, not only could he have multiple super attacks, but even an active skill and like a counter animation. I know the game already has plenty of UI Gokus, but they could still sell us a UI Goku from his first fight against Moro, or even an Android 17 and 18 from that same fight. I could generally see UI Goku be like the monthly Dokkan Fest and have like Android 17 and 18 be like the banner unit, or like Piccolo and Gohan from that same fight. Now, this could be a pretty interesting card. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta from his first fight against Moro, he could have an intro that only procs when you have a Goku on your team, and then he could appear with the instant transmission technique, seeing that it's the last time that he'll use it. Then he could have a standby skill that charges up with the amount of super attacks launched, just like the Gamma standby, and once the standby is full, instead of launching a damaging attack, he could heal the team and give them permanent buffs for the rest of battle, like a crazy support type buff. Maybe like 6 key and like 80% attack and defense. Like, how insane would that be? And he could be just like Trunks, where he can still attack in his standby form while stacking attack on super or something. And instead of being like a defensive juggernaut, he could just be like insane offensively. Like, honestly, there's just so much they could do with that version of Vegeta. Then obviously we have Moro once he absorbs 7-3. He could have the same mechanic as 7-3, where he absorbs enemy super attacks and launches them afterward via an active skill. But what could be even more interesting is what if that guy got buffs every time he touched an enemy with an attack. Like, if he hits an extreme class enemy, he gets permanent attack, and if he hits a super class enemy, he gets permanent defense. And he could just keep stacking attack or defense depending on which type of enemy he's facing. Like, that could be actually pretty interesting. Now, I know we still not even have a Blue Goku that revives into UI Goku from the Tournament of Power, but what if we got a Blue Goku from the Moro Arc that revives into UI Goku thanks to Dende? That could be so cool. We could even have a Mirror's card that exchanges into MUI Goku. Like, there are just so many possibilities from that arc. Now, I'm sure we're going to get this as a dual Dokkan Fest whenever they adapt the Moro Arc, but what if we got it as manga cards? UI Moro, or Moro once he absorbs Mirror's powers, that transforms into his Earth form, or whatever that's called. Honestly, he could even have an in-between giant form, just like Agel's First Century Goku, and then transform into the Earth absorbed form once the giant form ends. And obviously his counterpart would be an MUI Goku with his Susanoo-like form, or whatever that was. Even he could be a giant form character. That UI Goku Susanoo-like transformation could genuinely be a giant form transformation. Like, bro, just imagine a giant form MUI Goku. That could be so helpful and interesting to have in Dokkan. Like, that giant form category needs help, bro. Now, moving on to the Granolah Arc. This is probably the arc with the most interesting characters, for sure. We could obviously get Granolah, multiple versions of him actually. We could have him before his wish with short hair, then after the wish with long hair, then a transforming Granolah where he removes the thing covering his eye. Like, now that I think about it, this guy is literally just Kakashi. But yeah, any of those versions could easily be summonable units. Then I don't know if this card would have a different name, but the God Goku that uses the Ultra Instinct technique. Bro, honestly, they could easily just name it God Goku Ultra Instinct or something like that. And then we'd have a new unique named character in Dokkan. Then they could give us an Ultra Instinct Blue Goku and even a transforming Ultra Instinct God Goku to Blue Goku. Like, bro, there's just so much potential here. Then obviously we could have an MUI Goku card from his fight against Granolah that then exchanges into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Like, there's just so much material they could pull from that fight. Now, the big card that everyone would go crazy about, Ultra Ego Vegeta. Like, just imagine logging into Dokkan one day and seeing this guy's teaser. Bro, I don't even care if he has a PowerPoint slideshow super attack. Honestly, I don't even care if that guy doesn't even have a super attack. Like, they could drop Ultra Ego Vegeta tomorrow with no super attack animation and I would still summon. Like, I genuinely do not care, bro. This transformation just looks so cool. And there are just so many interesting things they could do with his passive. What if he literally just gets stronger with each attack received infinitely? Like how Wrathful Broly gets permanent stats with each super attack received. I know this could be pretty broken, but it's Ultra Ego Vegeta. If a card had to be broken, it would be him. He could even have an outfit change mechanic. Like, once he takes 10 or more attacks in battle, his outfit just changes, like a regular transformation. Or they could introduce like a new battle damage mechanic or something. We could even get a new Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta that transforms into Ultra Ego. Brother, they're sitting on gold, and it's like they don't even know it. Like, the amount of versions of Ultra Ego Vegeta they could release, we could be eating for the next 5 years. Like, what are they doing? Then we could have a new Bardock from that same arc. Like, why not? And Gas, bro. We could have like 4 different versions of Gas. One from his fight against Bardock, one from his fight against Granolah, Goku and Vegeta, like a transform in one, and like a standalone transform Gas. Like, honestly, just why not? Like, why not? Now, this card would literally feed generations. An Ultra Ego Vegeta and MUI Goku card. Like, bro, they could easily release this card as a tag unit as a Dokkan Fest TUR, and then as a combo card as an LR. And both versions would just print money like crazy. This card could obviously be the most disgusting thing to ever exist. Just imagine a tag unit, Ultra Ego Vegeta and MUI Goku. With Ultra Ego Vegeta, you just get stronger with each attack received, and the stacks could carry over to the MUI Goku form that could have counters or something crazy like that. Like, bro, they could literally make MUI Goku a short event monster and Ultra Ego Vegeta a long event beast, and you just have the perfect unit here for free. Bro, what are they thinking? This is like an infinite money glitch. I just don't get it. True Ultra Instinct Goku. I'm pretty sure that card would have a different name in game, since this is technically a new transformation or like an improved version of the regular Ultra Instinct form. We could have that card as like a giant form unit, or have it use the Susanoo like giant form as an active skill attack. We could even have that card as like a tag or combo unit with Ultra Ego Vegeta. Like, bro, there are just so many cards they could make out of that form. Like, endless possibilities, bro. Endless possibilities. As for this one, I don't know if they have enough material from the manga alone to make it into a card, but Black Frieza. Honestly, we know nothing about that form yet, so it's kind of hard to guess what his kit could look like, or like what it could be like. Like, honestly, just designing that unit would be complicated if you don't know anything about the form. But honestly, just like Ultra Ego Vegeta, I think most people would summon for Black Frieza, even if he had no super attack animations, since it's just a new form, and Dokkan would be the first game to have him. It would just be insane for Dokkan. Like, it would just be so great. Now, there are many other Dragon Ball Super units we could get from the manga, like Pseudo Ultra Instinct Roshi. Not sure if he would have a different name, but just him using the technique could be a cool card. Or like Super Saiyan DBS Broly, but with his rage controlled. Also not sure if that card would have a different name, but it's clearly something new. And bro, we could even have a new Beast Gohan from his fight against MUI Goku. Like, why not, bro? Why not? It could be our first Dokkan Fest TUR Beast Gohan. Like I said, like, the options are just limitless. If Dokkan is ever able to get manga content into the game, it would literally be game over. The game's not dying for the next 10 years. There are so many cards I didn't even mention, as this video would just be too long, and honestly most of these cards are not really that hype. But bro, the Moro and Granolah Arcs introduced so many new side characters that could each get a card. Like, there are so many things we could get. When I say we could eat for the next 10 years, I'm not exaggerating. Like, we could really eat for the next 10 years easily with manga content. So yeah, I hope we could start getting like some more manga cards in game. Like, it would just be insane. Insane. But yeah, I guess this is it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Peace.